Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on how to use AI chatbots to create some data products in R. In this video, I'm going to share with you a prompt that you can use to create summary statistics table. So far in this course, we have been creating graphs, but here I want to show you how you can create a table. So for that, what you have to do is use this prompt. You can just copy this and put this into your Gemini. So before I show you how to use the prompt, I want to show you how I want my table to look like. Here I have gender as the grouping variable. That is, I want to show some characteristics of male respondents versus female respondents. So my grouping variable means PP gender in our data set. And then the variables that I want to summarize, I picked just two. So one is financial well-being score and the second is a retirement savings account. So we want to show how these two outcomes differ between these two groups. So that's the plan. Now let's see how I can use this prompt. Just as before, we begin by describing the name of the data frame, which in this case, as we named, is FWB data. Variables to summarize are, as we planned, I want to pick two variables. One is the FWB score. So I can just eliminate this part and just type FWB score, which means financial well-being score. And then I also want the retirement savings account. For that, I'll have to get back my code book. So I'm going to use the code book that's publicly available. And then I'm just going to type a retirement savings account. So this automated _1, that's the variable that I'm looking for. So as you can see that if this variable takes a value of 1, then that means that respondent has a retirement savings account. If it takes a value of 0, then that means they don't have a retirement account. And interestingly, they also coded it as 7 to mean I do not have this type of account. So it's interesting that they used both no for 0 and also 7 for I do not have this type of account. In any case, we are going to turn this into a binary variable. So here I'm just going to say, which means retirement savings account. This can take a value of, again going back to the code book, this can take a value of 0, 1 or 7. 0, 1 and 7. Turn this into a binary variable that takes a value of 1 for 1 and 0 otherwise. So that's my plan. Next, I have the grouping variable. Again, the grouping variable is going to be PP gender, which means gender, and this is coded as 1 equals male and 2 equals female. Next, we need to give some instruction on how to filter out. Again, I'm just going to say filter out observations where any of these variables are negative, because again, negative in this data set means that's a missing response. And then the rest of the code is essentially, you don't have to put anything because I just created a generic prompt here. Now let's click submit and see how Gemini produces the code. So let's click copy code and then go back to our script, paste it here, select all of this, click run. As you can see, it's saying that there is no package called write Excel. So I need to share this error code with Gemini so that it can reproduce the code. So all it's saying is that I should put these 2 lines of code ahead of anything else I run on R. So I'm just going to put these 2 lines, and maybe I can just begin from here, go all the way down. Let's see if this works. So it's downloading, and it appears that it has already produced the table. So the table, as you can see, this is the table that it has produced. I am quite happy with this. Now I want to make this little smaller so that it's easier for you to see something else that it has produced, that is this Excel file. I told it to put this table into an Excel file so that we can take this into our Microsoft Word document. So here I can click at this box and then click here and then click export and then click download. So then it will download this, and then I can just double click on this so that it will open the table in Excel. Enable editing. So this is how it looks like in Excel once I bring this to Excel. And of course from here I can just copy all of this and take it to my Word document, maybe put it here, and then I can turn this into a better looking table.